What's up, my good people? Kevin Ellop on set from ksound.com. I just wanted to show you guys how I was intrigued. I haven't been in Logic Pro X for a very long time. I say maybe 4 years I haven't been working in here. And when I seen this update, I was pretty intrigued as to what Apple has done with this product here. And I am impressed. So you guys can visit their website, visit the Logic Pro X section, and you could see what they've done. You know, the different things that they add, and they added some pretty cool things in here. And the update is for free if you already own Logic Pro X. What I want to do is go ahead and start diving in. As you can see, I am still downloading some of the content, but right away, as a music composer, this is always something that I look forward to. I'm always on the hunt for new sounds and just, you know, realistic and really cool, authentic, different sounds. So as you can see, they have a new thing going on here with the strings and also with the trumpets, you know, the brass section. But I just thought, you know, it sounds really realistic, and you could play with the knobs here to make it sound realistic. But I felt that, like, when adding this new reverb called Chroma Verb, it actually add more of what I'm looking for as far as a reverb in the strings. And let's turn it on. And you can choose between different presets. Now, what you guys may see on the website is how the display jumps out with these different colors. For some reason, I am not able to do that yet because I am still downloading everything. As you can see up here, everything is not available to me yet, but I can still play around with the presets. You know, sounds pretty cool to me. And if you guys did not know, they also updated the space, what is it? Space Designer, which is a reverb. It was more so the advanced reverb to me at the time when I was working in here. But I mean, it still is. Chroma Verb gives you like a different texture, a different feel. So they are not the same. But this is the look. They finally updated the look to match the rest of the plugins, like they did with the compressor and the equalizer. So now, you know, they finally caught up with everything. So this is the reverb, the Space Designer reverb here, which is really cool. So we're going to deactivate those for right now. I want to move on to something else. Also, you know, just to kind of show you guys where they are. So this is the horns. I'm not sure if this is going to play. It still is going to sound like a, yes, I don't have everything loaded here. I wanted to test out some of these plugins. So I like to visit, let's see. It's in the equalizer section and it's the vintage collection. So let's just see what happens, right? This is modeled after the API series, right? And so let's solo this. This is a kick here. And let's bypass this here. Let's start here. Okay. Let's activate this here and start playing with some presets. Okay. They've already gave you some presets, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I will pick pop kick. All right, so let's do this. Let's do a comparison. Let's grab the API stuff here. And now there's a couple of presets that I love just going straight to. We're just gonna pull back. We can just mimic what we have here. There isn't as many presets as there are in here, but I see the low end is at, let's say, somewhere around like 50. Hertz, and like somewhere around 3 dB in that section. And then my mid is somewhere around 4. And then we have like maybe 4 dB of that. And then my high is somewhere around 3. It doesn't sound bad at all. The API gives a stronger punch. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's go for the graphic EQ. Okay, let's deactivate that, and let's check out the presets that comes available in here. Okay, there's a kick. There's a kick, and then there's a rock kick. Those are the only 2 presets that I see. Okay, let's okay. You know, just looking at the way that these interfaces look, you know, is quite not the same. Let's go for vintage tube. Okay. I wouldn't put this on drums. I usually don't. But they just so happen to have some presets for drums, which is okay. But you guys know what this look like. Okay, that's the rock. Okay, I like that. It makes it even beefier. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not an expert in how all of this stuff works. I just go about what I listen to, what I hear. That's all I do. You know, as an engineer, my job is not to understand exactly how this stuff works. It's just when I put the plug in on it, is it going to perform and give me what I need, what I'm looking for? And I learn these things over time as to what they do and why it does what it does. But when I'm mixing, I'm not trying to learn why. I'm going after what it sounds like, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. So if I said something that ticks somebody off, like, no, you're not explaining it correctly, or you don't have the idea as to what it really doing or what it really is, I don't care. I really don't. I'm just going off the sound right now. And although these look different, they are, you know, similar in design. So I'm going to say that this was modeled after the API, and this tube EQ is modeled after the Pultec, which is something I use quite often on vocals. Now, I love the way it looks. And, you know, there a lot of times these, you know, more dolls these days are now trying to emulate the vintage sound from these vintage collections, these vintage companies, which is cool, but it you know, I'm not sure what the idea well, I guess I understand what the idea is. If you can't afford to buy, the UAD stuff or waves, then yeah, you get to have a taste of what this stuff is and how it could work and affect it's better than not having. You know what I mean? If you don't have a budget for the stuff or the real deal, then and of course, this is another thing to look at, the fact that this is a plug-in and not the actual hardware. So that right there is a shift, you know, from the actual hardware, because I'm pretty sure the actual hardware gives a certain character that a plug-in could not give. I think they do a really great job in producing plugins, emulations of the actual hardware, but uh, you know, and then I say this is by far the close. I never owned the hardware, so I really couldn't tell you. I just know it sounds good, you know. And I watch many professionals, people that has the hardware, and they say and they speak highly of this or the UAD stuff, and they give thumbs up as to how well this was engineered. And then you come back and you do comparisons like this. Like Studio One has their own emulation of some vintage plugins. They got the 2A in there and they got the set 1176 emulations. It is not doing exactly what your wave plugins will give you, but the whole idea is just, it's really cool to have that if you don't have a budget. If you don't have a budget to actually buy, because these type of plugins are pretty expensive. So there is a lot more to tell you guys about it as far as what they've done in this update, but this is all I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to continue the download, and hopefully I'll have more. I'll be able to show you the colors, how they jump at you in the Chromaverb. I think that's really cool. And the presets that they provided are just, anytime you have presets, it always helps you get going quicker. So as always, music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture. Remember, guys, stay creative.